Shalom. I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ha, Racha, Kodash, Ma'amah. Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and their elders. Double honor to my elder, Aharawan Banyan Sharala of the Lions Den Camp here in Jacksonville, Florida. Salutations to the sincere Akim, pushing his truth and sincerity around the four corners of this earth. I'm Nakar Harab Banyan Sharala, coming out of the Lions Den Camp of Yasharala here in Jacksonville, Florida. And today I'll be coming out with a lesson. The title of the lesson is, Joe Biden's trap. Because as you know, you have something circulating around various social media platforms, YouTube in particular, mainly, that your boy old Bo Jiden plans to spend $30 million to grant crack pipes to a specific racial demographic of people, because this is not targeted at these other heathen nations. Everybody and their mama knows, if you have any sense, who this is targeted against, who this is targeted at. Without further ado, I'm gonna play a small excerpt of a video, and then I'm gonna get some scriptures.
But ladies and gentlemen, one thing we can say about the Biden administration is a very, very interesting administration to cover. I thought that when Donald Trump got out of office, we weren't going to have no twists and turns. It was going to be just kind of boring again politically. But oh no, I mean, we have been seeing just definitely some outright, craziness and disrespect, highly, highly disrespect toward the black delegation. Now, there was a headline that came out, and I had originally saw that. I say, what? So I went to look at it. I even retweeted it on my Twitter. If you're not following us on Twitter, I don't know why. It's free. It don't take you but a second to press the follow button. We always put the pinned comment with all our social medias there. Take the time and just click every last one of them, hit follow and etc. And you'll be glad that you did. So when I originally saw that, I was like, hold on, y'all gonna hand out some crack pipes? Crack pipes? I said, no, 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 that can't be right. This got to be some fake news. This got to be a joke. But oh no, this wasn't a joke. This wasn't any kind of fake news. So let's really get into it. So Biden's Health and Human Services Department is finalizing funding to dole out crack pipes to drug addicts as part of his harm reduction plan. It's a $30 million grant program which accepts applications till Monday and will be doling.
And as the brother said, it says the Biden administration, you know, plans to hand out crack pipes. Now we all know when they first did the crack epidemic. Now, I wasn't born in the early '80s. You got brothers in the camp that was, in various camps around Babylon, around, that were growing up in the early '80s and that know about the crack epidemic. I came in '86, so I don't know much about the crack epidemic. Um, Versus what I'm saying, for myself, but based on what I've heard family members, what I'm saying, and other supposed friends that were born before me, they have a lot of stories and they know and they understand about the crack epidemic, and they did that to destroy our people. Real quick, this is Psalms chapter 59. I'm gonna read verse 1. It says, why boastest thou thyself in mischief, O mighty man? The goodness of Yahweh endureth continually. And this is just Esau boasting himself in wickedness, in mischief. Esau know who this is going to affect. He know that it's going to disproportionately affect a specific racial demographic of people. But let's continue.
Money in May intends to provide funds to nonprofits and local governments to make drug use safer to advance racial equity. See, if they wouldn't have put the racial equity part in there, then I wouldn't have said probably too much about it. I would have talked about it, but not in the way I'm about to talk about it now. When you say racial equity, I know what that means. That's something they always say in relation to black people. Okay. Now, some people will say, well, do any black people still use that? Yeah, some black people still use that. And let me tell you something else that's even worse of what's going on now for what, of course, we're hearing what's happening on the streets. That same particular drug isn't like it was back in the 80s when we had the crack epidemic. Now it's being laced with fentanyl, which is something that just kills people. So, so some things we can go down that rabbit hole, but we'll save that.
You said it's laced with fentanyl now. I guess once upon a time, the supposed, we'll say, uh, substance or narcotic substance was more pure then, I guess, than it is now. Fentanyl is a very dangerous thing to put into the body. It can kill. I'm gonna read. I'm gonna finish reading this Psalms 59, verse 2. It says, "Thy tongue deviseth mischiefs, like a sharp razor working deceitfully," and that's what Esau's doing. That's what Bo Jiden is doing. His tongue is devising mischiefs. They saying all these little slick ASS words, you know, trying to sound eloquent, but it's just Esau's tongue devising mischief, devising evil against Yasharallah, like a sharp razor working deceitfully. See, Esau is under the guise of, well, we're trying to stop we're trying to stop and diseases from spreading and all this stuff and such and so and so, because suppose people use crack pipes, the drug addicts use crack pipes and they're trying to prevent sicknesses. That ain't nothing but a mischief. That's nothing but a devised mischief. His tongue working like a sharp razor, working deceit, working lies. Verse 3, it says, "Thou lovest evil more than good, and lying rather than to speak righteousness." So this crap that your boy, co-signed Joe, that's what our people did. They co-signed for this boy, for this guy Bo Jiden, you know, they co-sign this foolishness, and they don't even understand that Esau, he loves evil more than he loves good. He would rather lie and say and have a guise, "Oh, we're trying to protect people from getting sick that do drugs." That is a lie, and he would rather lie than to speak righteousness. Verse 4, it says, "Thou lovest all devouring words, O thou deceitful tongue." And that's how Esau get out. He loves devouring words. He loves to demonize. He loves to character assassinate. He loves to make people look bad. Verse 5. Yahweh shall likewise destroy thee forever. He shall take thee away and pluck thee out of thy dwelling place and root thee out of the land of the living. Verse 6, "The righteous shall see and fear and shall laugh at him." So it's going to come a point in time when the Lord Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, is going to take and destroy Esau forever. He's going to root him or pluck him out of his dwelling place, take him out of the power seat, take him out of the seat of leadership and or authority. And the righteous are going to see the powerful works of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai and fear and honor Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai all the more, but laugh at the wicked, laugh at Esau's downfall. Let's continue.
For another day. Now, they said included in the grant money is the purchase of safe smoking kits slash supplies. Say a spokesperson for HHS said that included in these kits could be pipes for users to smoke substances like crack cocaine, crystal meth, and any illicit substance. So it's saying the pipes could be used for any of those particular illegal. I want to make sure to put that.
Esau knows those pipes will be used for that particular thing. Meth, heroin, cocaine, and so forth and so forth. They know what they're doing, and guess who they're targeting? Jake. Let's continue.
Again, illegal drugs. Now, see, HHS said the kits will serve to limit the risk of infection. Typically, users smoke out of glass pipes, which can lead to cuts and sores that become infected with diseases like hepatitis C. Let's say handing out pipes is also intended to prompt users to smoke rather than inject themselves with some substances like meth, as injection is far riskier. Now, applicants for the program get priority if they serve underserved communities such as Black Americans or Native Americans or LGBT people. Okay? So that when they say underserved communities, that's what they mean. They mean non, or at least on paper, non-white people. I would say, I mean, we are the truly non-white people. Everybody else got the different classifications, and some of them are finessed as white too. I mean, but they'll tell y'all they're not white. The LGBT, that doesn't mean black. That means white too. Okay. So it said the crack cocaine epidemic started in the 80s, disproportionately ravaged the black community. And we know that that was planted into black communities by the CIA. It's all on even documentaries would tell you that it was done on purpose to harm our community. Because you have to remember, prior to the crack epidemic, if you really want to get down, I know we talk about the welfare. We talk about dads couldn't be in the homes. Um, that kind of started some things with the atomic bomb in the black community. It really busted up the black family and sent us into this single parent, epidemic that we have, and no dads around. And it's when Biden had that crime bill, okay, which just came up in '94, and black people was all on this crack. It was bad. It was bad. Listen, I grew up in the '80s, so I know about it. I was a kid. I seen people steal from their own mama. Seeing people just go from being great, productive people just to being just strung out on the street. It was even worse when you see in fellas. You know what I'm talking about. When you see a woman that was highly attractive, and all of a sudden, it's, in the neighborhood or something like that, and she got on that mess. That mess just took her down, and just, oh man, it was just horrible seeing this sort of thing. People dying, drug dealing, all kind of things. And these people put this in our communities. Because remember, we don't have no planes to fly nothing in from Colombia or nothing else. You got to remember the time with Pablo Escobar and all that situation, Griselda Blanco, and all those people, right?
Okay, so I'm gonna finish with that video. I'm done with that. I'm going to my next point, which is 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. And this is nothing but a ploy. But for those who are in the know, those who understand, who have the spirit of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, know that this is a target towards our people. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Unless he was to get an advantage over us, some kind of upper hand, which he cannot, because the hopeful elect, the remnant of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, have the spirit of truth and understanding and knowledge within them. Satan is not going to get an advantage of us. He's not going to be able to pull the wool over our eyes. And we're not going to be ignorant to his devices. So here we go. Verse 11, 2 Corinthians chapter 2. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And this is just another device to further hamper or hinder or destroy our people. It is not for anyone's benefit, especially those of Yashar Allah, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. This is not for our benefit. Your boy Bo Jiden is going to spend $30 million on this tomfoolery. But hey, 2/3 of our people co-signed for this crap. This is who they voted for. This is who they wanted. So you get what you get, Jake. Because you're always seeking a leader instead of seeking Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. But those who are in the know, we know this is just nothing. This is nothing but another wicked device targeted to what? Our people. Let's continue. Let's go to Micah. Chapter 2, verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hands. So it says, woe to them that devise iniquity. This is a device of iniquity to further, like I said before, to further destroy our people. See, Esau been trying to wipe Jacob off the map since uh uh Isaac has passed. Since Jacob and Esau, their father Isaac, which is Yahushua, has passed, Esau have had that hatred and he has not let it go. And this $30 million for crack pipes is nothing but iniquity and an evil work that Esau works upon his bed. When the morning is light, he practices it because it is in his power. When he wakes up, he comes up with all manner of wicked devices and evilness. What? To harm Jake, to kill Jake. That's wicked. And the Lord gonna judge Esau for that. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 11, verse 18. The wicked worketh a deceitful work, but to him that soweth righteousness shall be a sure reward. So the wicked worketh a deceitful work, and as you can see, the administration of Bo Jiden is a deceitful work. They work this deceitful work. It's deceitful. It is evil and it is wicked, and it is designed to target and to kill a specific racial demographic of people. Even though Esau try to paint broad statements to try to make it seem like it's all inclusive, but it's really not. It's really a targeted thing. But it says, but to him that soweth righteousness, to him shall be a sure reward. See, when you sow righteousness, it's going to be a reward of what? Life. A crown being put upon your head. Laws being put in your inward parts. Having a heart of flesh rather than a heart of stone. Being righteous. Having the spirit and the flesh agree together. The Lord is going to give us bodies that agree with the spirit. See, when you sow in righteousness, when you do this work, that is your reward. Let's continue. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 1, verse 11. It says, if they say, come with us, let us lay wait for blood, let us lurk privately for the innocent without cause. Let us swallow them up alive as the grave, and Salakia, as those that go down into the pit. So this is what Esau done. This is what they do. They say, come let us lay wait for blood. And Esau stay laying wait for blood. He always hunting who? The humble, the poor, our people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You know, he waiting for blood, meaning he kills our people. He sets up traps. He sets up things that'll cause our people to cause their downfall. And he lurked privately for the innocent without cause. You don't need to do nothing to Esau for him to be wicked and him to be evil and try to destroy you. You don't have to do anything. Because why? He's wicked as hell. That's why. And the Lord going to destroy Esau. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 16. For they sleep not except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. So Esau cannot even function or even sleep without doing some type of form of mischief. Their sleep is taken away unless they cause our people to continue to sin and or to fall or to be judged by Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. Esau can't even sleep. He can't even get right unless he's doing some kind of wickedness on the earth. And this crack pipe crap is wickedness because he's going to target Jake and no one else. But our people signed up for this. They co-signed for this. This is what they wanted. So they're going to get taken in the gin and they're going to get taken in the trap. And the Lord is going to allow it. Last point. Psalms 52. Oh, Salaki. I read that already. Well, let's go to Psalms 59 then, which was supposed to be my introductory scripture, but the Lord had to come out how it had to come out. Okay, this is Psalms 59. I'm going to start at verse 3. It says, "For lo, they lie in wait for my soul. The mighty are gathered against me, not for my transgression, nor for my sin, O Yahweh." Now, this is a psalm of David because he was praying to Yahweh to deliver him what? From his enemies. And this same passage can apply, is applicable to today. But let's continue. Verse 4. They run and prepare themselves without my fault. Awake to help me, and behold, thou therefore, O Yahweh, God of hosts, the God of Israel, awake to visit all the heathen. Be not merciful to any wicked transgressors. Selah. They return at evening. They make a noise like a dog and go around about the city. So this was David praying, and he was asking the Lord to protect him, to destroy his enemies. And it says they run and prepare themselves, and that's what Esau does. He run and he prepares himself. He's always coming up with some kind of evil, wicked plan to come against our people. And David is saying, awake to help me. And we're supposed to be asking the Lord to do the same thing. Destroy Esau. Take him out of power. Get rid of this wicked system that is in the earth. And David was saying, "O Yahweh, the God of hosts, the God of Israel, our power, awake to visit all the heathen, Esau and these other nations." But mainly Esau right now, because these other nations ain't coming up with plans to give out free crack pipes. But it says again, awake to visit all the heathen. Be not merciful. And this is what we're supposed to be praying, and this is what we can pray. Ask the Lord to be not merciful unto Esau and these other wicked transgressors. Esau stay returning. He stay coming around, making noise like a dog. Stay lurking, stay walking around, going about the city, looking for Jake to devour him, to destroy him, to hurt him. Verse 7. Behold, they belch out with their mouth. Swords are in their lips. For who, say they, doeth hear? So they belch out with their mouth, meaning they speak all kind of foolishness and wickedness and mischief. And in that, swords are in their lips, meaning they speak a lot of destroying words that sound good, but it's really for the destruction of a specific people. It says, for who they say, who doth hear. See, Esau think the Lord don't hear what's going on, that he don't see what's going on. But the Most High know what's going on. He see it, and he's going to destroy Esau. My last point. But thou, O Yahweh, shalt laugh at them. Thou shalt have them in derision. And that's what the Lord is going to do. He's going to laugh at Esau. And he got Esau in derision, because Esau always coming up with plans to destroy Jake. Ultimately, to get a birthright back that he despised and didn't want anyway. But according to the scriptures, when you read, it didn't belong to him to begin with. So this ain't nothing but another trap that's being spearheaded by your boy Joe Biden. Shalom.